Hey, what's up guys? Todd here from Whale Guitar, where we don't teach you songs, we teach you music through songs. And today's song is Shallow by Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper off the film A Star Is Born. So make sure you've had a really good listen to this song, and if you're watching this, I'm sure you have, and you love the song. So the next thing that we need to check out is the structure. So the structure for the song is the intro, verse 1, verse 2, the chorus, bridge, and a chorus to finish. So first of all, the song starts with the riff, the acoustic guitar riff, but we're going to get to that in a minute. What we're going to check out before that are the chords involved in this song. So that riff at the start, and that rolls not only the intro but also in the verses, it comes from this chord progression. So even though he's not strumming out chords, the notes that he's playing, he's kind of coming from this chord progression. So here we go, we're going to zoom in, we're going to check out these guitar chords. First chord we're looking at is an E minor 7. So an E minor 7, we're going to play this by normally playing an E minor just like that with our second and third finger, second fret, 5th string, third finger directly below that on the 4th string. Little finger is going to be pressed down on the 2nd string on the fret number 3, and you're going to play all the strings. E minor 7. Next chord is a D with an F sharp in the bass. There's two different ways to play this. A normal D is played like this, playing with a pick from the D string down. We have our first finger, 2nd fret, 3rd string. Our second finger is on also the 2nd fret, but on the 1st string at the bottom. Our third finger is fret 3 on the 2nd string. What you can do to play this chord, some people will like to put their thumb over the top and press down on fret number 2 like this. So that's one way to play that D with an F sharp in the bass. Another way to do it is to put your first finger on the F sharp, the 2nd fret on the thicker string. Second finger also fret 2, but on string number 3. Third finger also fret 2, but the 1st string, and then the little finger here. So you can still see our D major shape here. We've just changed the fingering around a bit. D over F sharp. F sharp over D. Next chord is a G. So we've got second finger, 3rd fret, thicker string. First finger, 2nd fret on the 5th string. The next two strings, the D and the G, we play open. And then we have our 3rd and 4th finger on the 3rd fret on that 2nd and 1st string. G major. Next chord is a C, 3rd finger, 3rd fret on the 5th string, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret on the 4th string, and then we have our 1st finger, 1st fret on the 2nd string. While we're going to keep this chord pressed down, we're going to be playing a C add 9. Now all we're going to do here is add our little finger, to fret number 3 on the 2nd string. C add 9. Next chord is just a standard D chord. We're not playing the two thickest strings, no E, no A, so we're playing from the open D string down. We have first finger, 2nd fret on the 3rd string, second finger, also 2nd fret, but on the 1st string, and then the 3rd finger on the 3rd fret. String number 2. There's your D chord. Now into the chorus of this song we have an A minor, so we have our 2nd finger on the 2nd fret on the 4th string, 3rd finger directly below that, 1st finger on the 1st fret on the 2nd string. And we're playing from the open A string down. A minor. E minor is next, just like the E minor 7 but without the little finger. That's your E minor chord. Now here we're playing a B minor bar chord. Okay, so that looks and sounds like this. Now if you're unaware, you've got to make sure that you can understand that this has come from our A minor and we're just dragging it up. So here you've got your A minor chord, which we've just played earlier. You can swap your fingers around so you're not using your first. So the open A string is our root note. We're going to slide this up 1 fret, and now we need to replace the nut, so we're going to bar our first finger from the A string down. So that now our root note there would be an A sharp. If we come up one more, there's our B root note. It's a B minor. So I've got my first finger barred from the 5th string down on the 2nd fret. Second finger is on fret number 3 on the 2nd string, and then we have our 3rd finger, fret 4 on the 4th string, little finger just below that, B minor. And the last chord is an A major, so we're not playing the E string, we're playing an open A, and then we're going to squish our fingers all into fret 2. Second finger, 2nd fret on the 4th string, 3rd string, 2nd string, with an open E at the bottom. A major. There's your chords. Okay, so the intro riff and the verse riff. This is based on this chord progression. So an E minor 7, which we've already looked at the chords, to a D with an F sharp in the bass and a G, C, C add 9, G, D. So that again is E minor, That's what it's based on. So the riff is this. We're going to start with the, just going to hit the open E string twice. And you're going to have the third finger pressed down on the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. And you're going to be playing that 2nd string and then the open 3rd string. So that's... After that, we're going to hit the 1st finger on the F sharp, the 2nd fret on the thickest string. This 3rd finger doesn't have to move, that stays there. And we're going to go... So this is based on that the F sharp over D. So what I'm going to do there is I'm going to hit this bass note with my pick. I'm picking in my right hand, and I'm going to use my 2nd and 3rd fingers of my picking hand to pluck the 2nd and 3rd strings, these 2 strings here. So it'd be... And then we're going to go to the G. This once again stays where it is. 2nd finger comes up to the 3rd fret on the top string, and you're going to hit that note there with the pick, and then an open G, so our 3rd string with our 2nd finger in our right hand, and then the 2nd string with our 3rd finger. That's our last chord. So I'm hitting this string, this string, this string. So let me play that again for you. Now the next part, you're going to hold a C major chord on, and we're holding this on and we're just going to be picking the strings. Okay, what I did there is I'm playing the A string, so the 5th string. So I'm playing the 5th string, the 3rd string, the 2nd string, and then I add the little finger to fret number 3 on that 2nd string. So that's... And then I'm going back to the open G, so... And then back to the C root note on the A string. So that again. Then an open E, and then back to the 2nd string where I still have my little finger pressed down. So that bar sounds like this. Next bar, you're going to hold a G chord on, hit the G bass note on the thickest E string, and you're going to then hit that root note, and then you're going to hit the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd string you pick, and then hit a D chord. Okay. But you're really on the D chord. You're only really hitting the first 3 strings. So we're playing the open D and then the 3rd and 2nd string. You don't necessarily have to play this 1st string when you hit that chord. So that would be from the G. Sorry. And then we have this little hammer-on idea. So we're going to take the 2nd finger off to play an open string, and you're going to hammer on that 2nd fret and then pull it off again to open, and then play the 3rd finger and then that 1st finger note. So. So the whole riff will look and sound like this. Okay, so when you come back into it again, we don't do 2 on the open E, we're going to go open E and then the open G. So the open 6th string, then the open 3rd string, the second time when you come back around to the song. It's only when you first start the song do you have 2 on the start. Okay, so let me roll through it 2 times so you can hear what I mean. 2, 3, 4. Oops. There you have it. That's the same kind of riff that rolls through the intro and our verses. Cool. So if you can get that riff down, that's awesome. A lot of people just like to play the song in with just the chord progression that's happening there. So even though on the recording you don't necessarily hear someone strumming along on the guitar, if you wanted to perform this song or play for your friends or whatever, there is that chord progression there that we can play through. So we're going to do that now. We start with that E minor. Add the little finger for that E minor 7. So we're going to go E minor to the D with an F sharp in the bass to the G. Okay, so that first kind of section is, and then a C chord, and that's pretty much it, and that rolls through. So E minor, F sharp over D to G, C, you can add the C add 9 note, and the G to the D. verse, and then we still have the same kind of chord progression that happens through that. But we just do that twice. And then the second verse comes in, which is the part with Lady Gaga singing. Same thing though, exactly the same thing. We're now going to check out the chorus chords. Here we go. So to start off with, we have our A minor chord. So this is D over F, the F sharp over D. So we're going from the A minor, F sharp over D, and then a G to the D to an E minor. And that's pretty much it. It just repeats that whole section. Let's do that again. G, D, E minor. And then the whole next section after this is exactly the same. Okay, the next part is the bridge. Okay, so this part's building up the drum section, it's making it bigger. This is the woe section. So we're going to our B minor chord here. And it's the same sort of thing. I would play this just as downstrokes. So that's going to go B minor for a bar, to the D, to an A major, E minor, B minor, D again, and then an A again, back to our chorus, a big section, which we've already played. Where the drum, after this section here, this is where the drum beat really kicks in. And what we're going to do is just really quickly talk about how you might big this section up if you were to be writing a song or what they had done on the actual recording. So it's the same thing, just keeps rolling through that chord progression. A minor, D with an F sharp in the bass, to the G, to the D, to the E minor. Okay, I'm just going to quickly grab my electric guitar and show what I'm talking about. Okay, so when you're, if you were to be recording at home, like a lot of people do now, if they have like home studios or bedroom recording, and you're writing and creating your own stuff, some things you can think about is how to big sections up. So in this song, for example, when the drums are kind of beefing it up, you could, and it sounds like, you know, there's a few other instruments going on there. You might big it up with a bit of electric guitar, and you can play exactly the same chords. So we could be in that chorus section with the A minor. You can just do something like this and have like a little bit of overdrive on your guitar amp. Or you might want to do that, you could thicken that up and layer that up if you're using something like Logic or GarageBand or something, with some power chords to even, they don't have to poke out and be super loud in the mix, but you could have it quite low and have like, so rather than A minor, you can just play a power chord. Instead of the F sharp over the D, you just go to the D power chord, and then the G, back to the D, E. So it's the same things, but just as power chords. You could do the power chord down here. To a G, to the D, E. And that's it. Done. That's it. Okay, so that's how you might want to start bigging up your songs, or if you're creating at home. If you feel like you need a bit more sort of work on that and you're unsure, click on our link. We've got a few courses there that can help you out if you are just kind of delving into that songwriting process. But yeah, hope you dug the lesson, and if you have any questions or comments, get in touch. We'd love to hear from you. Till then, keep practicing. See you next time.